What up, knife folks? It's Big Brad 75 here, and figured I'd do a quick little comparison video between the Doug Ritter Griptilian with the Kevin Wilkins Scales, the small Griptilian with the Kevin Wilkins Scales, and just your regular Doug Ritter 552 Griptilian before they're outfitted with the Kevin Wilkins Scales. And first and foremost, let me go to say, man, these scales make all the difference in the world. They take what would normally be a $100 knife and turn it into what feels more like a $500 custom. I mean, they really, really make a huge difference. They do. They make that much difference. And here, I'm going to tell you why. Okay, for those of you familiar with the Griptilians, 551s, 552s, 553s, 555s, whatever, you might not admit it, but you know, they feel kind of like hollowish. You know, they just don't feel very stout and sturdy. They just feel kind of hollow as far as the handle scales go. And, you know, a Griptilian's a great knife for a great price. And, you know, the mechanics of it and the design of it is just awesome. You know, it's a total winner. But at the same time, if you can improve on an already great knife, then why not? And, you know, and that's exactly what the Kevin Wilkins Custom Scales does. Okay, take example right here, 552 Doug Ritter Griptilian, S30V blade steel, but now instead of being outfitted with the Normal GTX Benchmade grips, it's got these custom Kevin Wilkins scales that he CNCs on his machines out of G10, G11, you know, a couple different materials. He makes some in titanium, aluminum, but man, they make all the difference in the world. They take a normal Griptilian and turn it into what feels like a brick shithouse. I mean, this thing feels stout and sturdy. This is a knife that I wouldn't be scared to put to about any use now. It just makes that much difference. It does. And not only does it make it more functional and make it feel better in hand, but man, it just looks great. I mean, you can't deny that just looks great. This right here is the Ranger green, and that's the pale translucent green. There's also some swimming pool greens. It's like this neon toxic looking see-through green, and man, it's just wicked. I'm working on trying to get a set right now. But man, I mean, tell me that don't make just all the difference in the world. That compared to that. You know, everybody's got those. Just a regular 551, 552 Griptilian, you know. But this is a thing of beauty. It's a work of art, and man, it's worth every penny. These scales, they don't come cheap. If you order them directly from Kevin right now, the conversion rate of euros to US dollars, they'll run you about $190 shipped per set, and that's just the scales. A lot of people say, what the hell, why would you spend that much money on a set of scales? Well, you know what, if I'm going to spend $300 on a Sabenza, you know, why not spend $300 getting a Doug Ritter Griptilian and a set of custom Kevin Wilkins scales? And you know, and it's kind of like putting together your own little custom knife. You can make it however you want to. There's a wide variety of blades to choose from. You don't have to get the Doug Ritter. You can get just a regular Griptilian blade, or you can get, say, you know, a limited edition M390 blade. They've got them on Benchmade.com where you can order them in any blade steel and in any finish, any blade style. You know, you can get your drop point, your Tanto, your the one with the Spidey hole. And man, you know, you can just make your own little custom knife however you want it. This right here, like I said, is the Ranger Green Kevin Wilkins Scales, which I absolutely love. I bought this knife already put together, and I couldn't be happier with it. It's got this really cool little lanyard on it. It's got the skull. I don't know if you can see it too good. And it's got, you know, the matching colors just perfect. OD green and black. A little bead on top. Man, I just love this knife. I actually just got this one yesterday, so I'm thrilled with it. And then, man, tell you one thing I really don't like about these stock Griptilians is the black clip that comes on them. It just gets scratched and scuffed so easily, and it looks like the cheapest possible clip they could put on a knife, to tell you the truth. So what I do is I try to replace them with these. the silver split arrow clips, and man, they just make all the difference in the world too. They just take that back side and make it look like a shiny new penny, you know what I'm saying? Or more like a shiny new nickel in this case, but you got the point. And this right here, this is a small 558, I believe, Benchmade Doug Ritter Griptilian S30V blade steel. And I've owned small Griptilians in the past. My wife has one now. And I just never was that big of a fan of them. They just felt too light and flimsy, and the blade just felt too light, and you know, I don't know, it just wasn't my thing. But this, I wouldn't get rid of this for nothing. It takes a small Griptilian and turns it into what feels like a full-size knife, and that is a fact. It really, really makes a huge difference. So, if someone was to ask me, scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about the Doug Ritter scales, I'd give them a 10. They totally transform what would normally be a $100 knife into what feels like a $500 custom. And I'll say it again, I mean, it's just a wonderful, wonderful knife, wonderful design. They just work together, you know. Just got these in the mail today. I did an unboxing video, you might have seen that as well. I figured I'd do this quick comparison video before I outfit this knife with these scales. And hopefully they'll look good. Well, I'll get these put together and I'll give y'all an update. Okie dokie, Big Brad 75 out.